we have no light. Let's remedy that. Okay. It'll be a bit bright at first, but well, it's like I'm being irradiated. Hi guys, welcome. Sorry if I look a bit windswept. It's suddenly turned very windy outside. Cheers, got my tea. It's getting a little cold, so I'm going to drink it. Oh, that is bliss. Nice bit of biscuit tea there. Yummy, yummy. So, good morning, good afternoon, whatever it is where you are. It's afternoon here. I just got home from Mike and Gemma's. I looked after Tyler and then had a cup of tea with them and stuff. So who we got? Let's see. Me, Caroline, hello, and Keris, Delilah, Connie, Manjit, haven't seen you for a while, and Rafi, new to my channel. Well, welcome guys. Don't forget thummy if you haven't already. Excuse me while I drink my tea because it's good to get home and get the tea on, isn't it? So I've got about an hour before Gary comes home, and then I'll have to do the dinner. So what I've decided, I've been thinking about it for a while, and I have, as you know, this channel and Crochet Rocks, Hobby Rocks, where I'm doing some knitting. I haven't done a tutorial for a while, but I will do soon. And then I have another channel called Diet Rocks, and I started off with Crochet Rocks and Diet Rocks first off. And I didn't really do a great deal with Diet Rocks. I did some cooking videos here and there, some reviews, magazines, that sort of thing, books. But it is really hard to try and stretch myself to all of these different little places. So as I've got to the 1,000 on this channel, and it's lifestyle, so I do customer service reviews, scam alerts, YouTube help. There's the odd beauty unboxings and trials. There's all sorts of stuff on here. So I figured I might as well have a bit of food on here as well. And just to not get rid as in delete, but upload my stuff and call that little section of this channel the Diet Rock segment. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to leave the other channel there for something that I might do in the future, like Hobby Rocks became knitting. So it might evolve. So I'm not going to delete it or anything. I'll just find something and maybe repurpose it later on when I've got more time to dedicate to it. But I'm going to download all of my things that I want to keep, and I'm going to reload them onto here. So I'll be taking them off of that and putting them on. So this will have more content, and it'll have the Diet Rocks content. So I shall probably still say, hi, this is Diet Rocks. Well, RocksSteady, but welcome to the Diet Rocks. Because all of the cooking will be under that kind of banner. And I have a new book to review with you. So I've put that, I've uploaded it. It's not quite done all the stuff to it yet, but it's going to be on here. And I'm going to get rid of the ones off of the other and put them on here, so it will make sense. But I just feel like it's kind of hard to spread yourself so thin. So that's what I'm going to do anyway. Now the Hobby Rocks channel will still go. I'll still do some knitting, but it might be a little bit more slower to start with when I get kind of underway. I've done a few already. I've done casting on all the way to ribbing, single rib, and I will do some more. But it's been really hectic around here. I've not had the privacy to sit and do tutorials. It's a bit too bright out in the Yarnavan. Once I get the lighting situation sorted out there, it will be easier. But the only thing that's wrong with being out there is that if there's the door go, or if I'm waiting for the post, I can't really go out there because I won't hear it. So anyway, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to transfer a lot of my content from Diet Rocks to here, and keep that channel on the back burner for something later on. that's well, I figured it'd be better that way because it is lifestyle and you have to eat, don't you? And drink, and you can do all those diety things. So, how are you? Well, what have you been up to? Oh look, I just put it down, and then there's a comment. Always the way. Hi, Gwen. Welcome. So yeah, that's I don't know if you heard that. You might have been on your way in, but I'm going to all the content that's reviewy kind of stuff, I'm going to take from Diet Rocks. I'm going to put it on this channel. There'll be more content on this channel, and it'll be easier to make stuff just for Crochet Rocks, this one, and the Hobby Rocks knitting. It'll be easier that way. And then later on in life, I can do something with the other channel. This sweater, no, I didn't make it. It is from the shop. I don't usually wear sweaters, but I got up this morning and I had a t-shirt on and I made my video, and suddenly I come over really cold. The sun's out now, but I'm still wearing it. It's not actually over warm because it is a real oversize. You know, I don't normally do sleeves like this, but it's not really long in the sleeve, so that's all right. But it is a gigantic one, and I just love it. I really do. It's really warm. Can't remember where I got it now. I want to say Roman, the shop Roman, I think, where I got it. But yeah, I like it. I mean, it's cozy, and it's not really thick. I know it sounds silly, but it's thick but not thick. Hi, Hannah. Welcome. But no, I didn't make it. It is it's machine, I think. You know, mass produced sort of thing. Cozy though. Very cozy. It is pretty. Mike said that I look like a giant zebra, which considering zebras are bigger than I am, that didn't really go. Oh, he said, yeah, I do look like a zebra. But it is really, really warm. This bit's not. This bit's quite cold. I felt the cold way more this year than ever before. I don't know why. Whether it's been the wind direction or the fact that it has been super cold and lots of rain. I don't normally feel the cold, but this year I have. And it's gone on too long, you know. Where has the proper kind of spring? And you know, we do get these early springs sometimes, early summers in spring. Not this year. It's just been rainy and gloomy and icky. Cheers. I'm going to have to like finish this because it's not cold, but it won't be around. It won't be lasting forever. And it's biscuit tea. Trouble is, you hear me swallow. I get really paranoid about that. You know, when you first meet somebody and you don't want to eat in front of them, and then you start to think, oh, you know, I'm going to starve to death if we don't actually get this over with, and you finally do that. Similar kind of thing, I think. Although I was nibbling away at my cake yesterday on on my live stream because Gary brought me cake in. Yeah, I like it anyway. I think it's pretty, but it is gigantic. It's an oversized one. It's quite baggy, but maybe that's why it's not really hot, because it is so loose. You know, it's kind of really lots of it. And if it was huggy, perhaps that would make it a lot hotter. Just caught sight of me doing this in my phone. Oh, well, Tyler was hilarious looking after him this morning. He's such a live wire. He's always on the go. And I know that his dad was just the same when he was little, but I'm kind of out of practice with it. But yeah, he's dancing around all the time, and so he was adorable anyway. It was nice. I enjoyed myself. Good morning. It's 10:08 in Georgia. Well, it is 3:08 in the afternoon here. I'm just going to get rid of the last bit of my tea. Done. But I do have a drink just in case. A little bit of, is it cherry? Yep, cherry Pepsi Max. I thought it was raspberry. Hang on, it might be raspberry. No, it's raspberry. Hard to read it in that light, but it is. It's raspberry. Mike bought it for me ages ago. The last time I saw him, when we went to Paul's, and that's my oldest son, and he bought me 2 for the car, and I still have them. And this one, well, it should be flat because I did start it, and I haven't drank it. So let's see. No, it's still good. It lasts forever. How brilliant! How crazy is that? So I don't know if you all heard, but I'm going to, with my Diet Rocks channel, I'm going to put the content from that, not all of it, not all the rocks, not all the slim chats, not all those, but all of the kind of book reviews and stuff like that, and reviews of products. I'm going to put on this under the guise of Diet Rocks segment, because I do lots of lifestyle things, and I think it'd just be easier. And that channel, I won't delete it altogether, but I won't do anything with it for a while until I decide what I'm going to do. Mary says it's morning there. It's weird, isn't it? Always, it kind of never gets old, really. The fact that for some people the day is just beginning, when other people it's kind of afternoon is coming to an end, and Gary will be home from work, and then it'll be early evening, and then he'll go to bed because dinner, and then bed. I've got I'm going out tomorrow, going to Maidstone, do a bit of shopping, so I might not do a chat. But this morning I didn't think I was going to get one done because I was looking after my grandson early, but I got up really, really early, way before my alarm. So in the end, I did a lot before I left. I recorded about 4 or 5 videos. I did my chat. I did an open with me. I did another one for this channel and a giveaway. So I was like crazy, and that wasn't even 10 o'clock. It was about 9:30 by the time I'd done all that. Wow, maybe I should start setting my alarm and getting up early. But the thought of that fills me with dread. Although, when you do it, you think, wow, look how much I've achieved. But the thought of setting your alarm and getting up early when you're tired is don't like the idea at all. I guess it was different because my body woke me up naturally, and it's, that's much nicer than being rudely awakened by the alarm. You enjoy your chat with me in the mornings, your morning coffee while I'm yammering away. Yeah, I kind of did say some time ago that I might not be able to do them every day because it kind of impacts a lot on other content, like making tutorials and stuff like that. But since I said that, I've done them every day, which apart from if I've got a hospital appointment or I've got to go out. But in the spring and summer, you go out a little bit more. So there is a chance that there'll be some that are missing. And plus, as I say, if I'm going to have a heavy kind of tutorial kind of filming day, then that sometimes, by the time I've finished that and got it uploaded, sometimes with my very slow internet, which is not meant to be slow, but it is, it can really drag on and eat away at the day. And then by the time Gary's home, and although he doesn't disrupt me, it's background noise, and that puts me off completely. Whether it's just a very big sniff or a flush of the toilet, because it's a very small bungalow, you hear it all. And, it's just things like the sound of the movement in the kitchen. Those sort of things will really kind of distract me. This morning the cat was meowing really loudly, and that was enough to throw me completely off my stride. So if I was trying to do something that was a little bit more, needed more attention, then I'd be kind of stuck. So I did say that I'll maybe not do them every day, but since then, like I say, I've virtually done them every day. Oh, so what have you all been up to? I was supposed to look after Tyler just for a little bit in the morning, but I stayed, and I got home, I guess, about a quarter of an hour ago. So I stayed, had a chat and a couple of cups of tea, and I could still be there now, but I knew I had dinner to do as well. So I kind of, and I something really dawned on me while I was there. I was like, oh, I forgot to hang the washing because I'd washed it and I'd forgotten to put it out. And then I got in and I'm now live and I forgot again. So I wanted to get it out straight away so it wouldn't go crumply in the bottom of the machine. But oh well, never mind. So I've got another book review. It's remember the last one that I did over on Diet Rocks? Well, I'm going to upload it here, and it's called Bored of Lunch. And it was all of the recipes in it were for air fryers, and they're all calorie controlled. And it was a really good book, and every single recipe in it was one that you would like. So he had another one called Bored of Lunch, and it was slow cooker recipe book. So I thought, oh, and it's along the same lines of all of the content where we did like some mock takeaways, fakeaways, that sort of thing. So I thought, well, I'll get that. We do like a slow cook meal sometimes. If you're going out and you want to come home to a nice meal, we often do that. So I got that, and I've done the filming, but I haven't done anything with it yet. Working on a crochet bridal shawl order. All right. You've done one done, 3 to go. Wow. That sounds lovely, doesn't it? I made a shawl for when my brother got married and for me, and I had this really kind of crepe cream coloured top and a cream skirt, and I made this kind of shawl to match. And everybody said, "Oh, isn't that beautiful? Did you make that?" And I was like, "Yeah." It's kind of embarrassed because everybody kept saying, "Oh, isn't that lovely?" I had tassels on it and everything. But the weirdest thing was that when I was a child and I learned making wearables. We made bikinis, beach cover-ups, cardigans. We just made everything, and I very rarely make wearables now. And I think it's because I don't like my size. Want to, if I'm going to do it, it's like, oh, I don't really want to make it this size. It's corner to corner mesh, makes great bridesmaid gifts. Oh, that's nice. I've not seen corner to corner in a mesh. Only the usual kind of corner to corner. But that sounds very nice indeed. Shame I can't see it unless you put it on Facebook or Instagram. Then I will. If you're not already linked me, then on my usual Crochet Rocks channel in the bottom, there's all the links to the social media stuff. Although I'm not sure that it's all the current ones. I think it is, but I did actually go through it once, but I don't know. I don't know if it's right now or not. So what are you all having for dinner? I know it's early for some of you, be saying what you're having for breakfast, but I got out some steak. So that's what we're going to have for breakfast, for dinner. We had kind of an easy dinner yesterday, so I thought with sausages. Gary's obsessed. No, honestly, he loved these sausages. His brother got them from a cash and carry, and that he belongs to. And Gary said, "Oh, I love these. Where did you get them?" And when he said, he said, "Oh, next time you go, would you get me some?" So he got us a great big box of them. And so we had some and he froze the rest. But they are really, really nice. They are breakfast sausages, I think, but they are really good. Are you going to do that? That's cool. We look forward to seeing it. Ooh, getting a bit thirsty. It's not very hissy now, is it? It's still fizzy. But if you're not sure if you saw it, but I did a live stream over on Crochet Rocks yesterday, and I've almost finished the blanket. I've only got 2 sides of the border to do. Woo! Hello! Oh, wow. Chrono Night. That's Jamie. That is Gary's son, Jamie. I've only got two. Oh, it's a long way to come. When we was in the farm shop, Jamie had just gone home, and we went to the farm shop, and they had some goose eggs in. And I said, should we get some? And he said, no, we'll leave it. Mind you, we could get some and take it to Jamie's. I said, but he said, just have a day trip. I said, it'd be a day and a night trip because it's not that close. Avocado, bacon, eggs, fried potatoes, sweet bread. Wow, that's kind of cool. Leftover ham. Yes, they did. They had them, and you should have. You did miss them. On your way home, shame. Did you? You should have gone in there, see if they had any. But yeah, they had. They didn't have many, but they had quite. One basket and a couple of little ones. They put them on the post them. Imagine like all dripping out the side. But yeah, they've got them back. When we went in there, they had none, which was a bit sad. But I was surprised that Gary didn't want any. I thought, what? Are you sure? They are quite filling. I think we've got so much junk left over that we need to finish off. Once that's finished, I keep threatening Gary with a diet, and but we do have this trip to the Shard, and it's a 3-course meal. So I feel like we're going to start it only to be thwarted at the first turn. But I will get him eating healthy. I will. It might take a bit of manoeuvring, but I will. But did you go in to see if Eddie's had any? It's a shame they have them now. I do love a goose egg. If you I do show them occasionally on my channel. They're like this big, massive eggs. Very nice. I made a ring bearer pillow for your sister's wedding and a page for Flower Girl. It's lovely, isn't it? You can do some really pretty stuff. I used to do lots and lots of pretty bits and pieces and baby stuff as well. Really delicate little bits and pieces. But now I don't know, it's not really like that anymore. You kind of, even when you see the stuff for babies, it always seems to be quite chunky-ish yarn now. Not the same delicate little 3 and 4 ply that we used to make. Mind you, that's not a bad thing. I just put it down and I get a comment. Ham meal left over from Easter. We didn't have a ham. Should have done Easter ham, but we had beef instead. Just had a roast on the Sunday. Jamie, you missed that too. It was very, very nice. Gary said, I don't have any Yorkshire puddings, and you know, that's a disaster for him. So I said, well, I used to be good at making them. I'll give it a go. I looked in the fridge and he had this much milk left. So I thought, I'll put oat milk in it. I can't guarantee what these are going to be like, but I thought at least they won't upset my tummy. But, you know, I can't, I'm not using the right stuff, so I don't know if they'll be any good. They rose to this tall. He said, I need jam now to put on them. I was like, just froze them. I know, you missed the roast. You missed the goose eggs. I don't know. Oh, it's so hot in here now. I wish I hadn't worn this now. From one extreme to the other, I was freezing. So how's going back to work, Jamie? Actually, have you gone yet? That is so fizzy, it's taking my breath away. Never mind, next time. Although it'll probably be no goose eggs by then, because they're seasonal. That is a strange thing, isn't it? Why are they seasonal? Can't we just fool those geese into laying all the time? It doesn't help that I'm wearing Uggs, my big fat furry Uggs on my feet as well. You've been stitching over 1,200 scales in a costume. And you go back Friday. Did you get my Grogu fur? Jamie makes the most amazing costumes. He usually makes them for things like Comic-Con and to order when people want one. Furry ones and stuff. Yorkshire pudding. And you still have family there. It is nice. I only really eat one. Gary and, well, Jamie and Charlotte, his daughter and his son, they had a carrier bag full once. We went to a bonfire night, and to take a picnic, we had all this food, and Gary made a whole carrier bag full of Yorkshire puddings. And I said, you know, they'll be cold. And he went, yeah, but they love them. And seriously, they ate the whole bag. Crazy. Oh, you ordered it. Well done. Have you ever known anybody eat a whole bag? I don't know when I say a bag. It weren't just one bag that you buy from the shop. It was about 4 of them, all cooked up. And weird, huh? Families do have their funny little quirks, though, don't they? That some do something like that, and others wouldn't. I don't know what my little quirk was. I can't think if I've got one. Maybe I have. Maybe I haven't. But jam on them, though. That's. Gary said, "Oh, when we go to the shop, I'll buy some jam." I said, "No, won't be able to eat it later, so there's no point in buying it, is there? Don't buy things that are going to be left over that you're going to have to then finish, and it'll take ages because we're starting the diet." And he was, he has this plan. Oh, if I buy that, then I'll have to eat it. So there's no point in starting, is there? Yeah, there is. He is funny. Well, sometimes he's funny. Other times, he's just watched Tipping Point and The Chase. It drives me crazy. The twist, to be honest with you, that. It's like every day. Like, no, not again. No. Pray for a power cut around that time, but it never happens. Oh, I'm not going to have a very long one today because, like I said, I've got to get dinner on. I'll chat for a little while. So come on, what are you all planning on doing? Are you making stuff? I know that a couple of you are making stuff for a wedding. So whose costume is the 1,200 scales? Is that for you or for someone else? Hey, Tammy. Woo, woo. Got 2 Tammys now. 2 Tammys. I like 2 Tammys. I've got Granny Tammy and Flower Crochet Creations, aka Tammy. So, Tammy, I don't know if you know, but Chrono Night is Gary's son. Oh, okay. Stormfly. I don't really know who that is. Is it the blue one? Probably not. Probably not. But I'm sure it'd be amazing, whatever it is. You sew them all on by hand, or are they on the machine? Can you do it on the machine? So you should really have an exhibition of all your ones. You could keep them all like neat, and then you could do like a little art exhibition. Because I think Chelsea would love that. That's what I was trying to think. I can't remember her name. Isn't that awful? It's a sign that you're getting old when you can't think of a name. You're going crazy wanting to crochet. You had spine surgery on your neck a week ago and haven't been able to crochet for a week. Oh, try and do it slowly though. Don't rush in and do too much at once and get yourself all stiffened up. Hi, Kim. You can visit for a few. Ah, bless. Okay, that's cool. Oh, so at least you can do the machine then. That's not quite so bad. I still haven't used my sewing machine. I was really determined to use it, and when it was new, Jamie threadled it up for me, and we was looking at it because obviously sewing machines have changed a bit since I last threaded one. I remembered quite a bit, and I've got it all set up, and then it got put in the back room. Now it's out in the yarn van, and I keep meaning to make a lining for the bag that I've crocheted. I've done 3 or 4 tutorials of crochet along for a bag, and it's circles going into a square, and it's like a market bag, you know, a shopper. And all I've got to do is line it and make a handle, and it's done, or handles. And I've had this thing going for so long, and I really need to get that machine rattling and make that. I've been so bad. I should have done it by now. Can you believe I haven't used it yet? By the time I use it, it'll be broken, where it keeps getting moved from one place to the other, to the other, to the other. And I'll get it out and I'll think, oh, why isn't it working? Crazy. Just got a new computerized sewing machine, but you can't use it yet. Well, that's the thing, you see. They're all programmable now. When I last used a sewing machine, you could just move it over and put a different foot on, or you flipped a little switch and then it went zigzag. That's kind of the capability that it had. But my mum, when I learnt to use a sewing machine, it was not the best experience, I have to say, because my mum used to love making clothes. When I was a child, she made clothes for me and my friend, and we went out dressed identical. People used to think we were sisters, although we weren't. And she was pretty good at it. But as time went by, she got more and more kind of, oh, that'll do sort of thing. And half the time, whenever she was sewing anything, back in the day when she had this sewing machine and the one with the treadle, everything was fine. But when we got to electric ones, she couldn't work out the tension, which is where I, stumble, because this was my experience. Now, when my mum used her sewing machine, there would always be a lot of swearing, a lot of swearing. There would be words that you would not believe. And the little thing at the back would fly up, it'd be yanked out, and then there'd be all this bunched up sewing underneath that she'd have to sort out. And she'd then put it back under, and she'd start off again, more swearing, more flipping of switches, more yanking it. And that was my baptism into sewing. So I don't have the best experience. I didn't have the best role model to follow when it comes to sewing machines. I really need to sit and watch Jamie do it, I think. I will check it out later. Yeah, honestly, how that little woman knew so many words is unreal. But she did. And then if I ever said anything naughty, she would say, you don't hear me swear. Have you seen what happens when you do sewing? Yeah, right. Where do you think I hear these words, Mother? Yeah, she was. She never did that with anything other than sewing. It just got the better of her, I think. If she was just, to have learned the tension, perhaps she could have imparted that knowledge to me. And really, I did a little bit at school, but not very much. But thankfully now we have tutorials to show us stuff, and Jamie's. We have Jamie's to show us stuff. Parents are weird. You find yourself turning into them, don't you? It's a bit weird. But you do it all the time. No, I do. I say something and then I think, oh, I said I'd never do that. And yet there you are, doing it and saying it. I don't know. So I don't know if you saw earlier, but I said I was going to, I'll say it again for the people who've just joined. I've got that channel, which is a Diet Rocks channel. I'm decided that I'm going to upload all of the keepy things you want to keep, and I'm going to put them on this channel. So there'll be more content coming on this one. And I'm just not gonna delete the other channel, but I'm just gonna leave it for now and maybe repurpose it for something else later on if I get the chance. But it's a bit difficult to spread yourself so thin. And as this one is a kind of a lifestyle channel, and I do the customer service reviews, the YouTube help videos, I do scam alerts and all those unboxings and little trials of this and that. So I figured it would be better just to kind of have a little cooking bit on here rather than have a specific channel for it, because I just don't have the time to devote to doing all those things. You're constantly at war. I don't know. Magic happens on your machine. Jamie's costumes and things he makes are amazing. It's very good. And when he came down and he brought this furry, I suppose you'd call it cape, wouldn't you? Poncho cape thing, and everybody was like, "Oh!" They all wanted it. I've got dry skin on my hand. It's driving me crazy. Sorry for the distracting. But yeah, I don't know. I'm kind of want to get the sewing machine out, but I don't want to make a mess of it, you know. But I think I can't really make too much of a mess making a square liner or rectangular liner for a rectangular bag. So that would be a good one to start with, I think. Jamie doesn't really do. You should do. You should that would be a good idea if you had a YouTube channel and you could show your current costumes on it. I know he does streaming, gaming and stuff like that. But you should upload your content. I think you did something, didn't you? Yeah. I've got that big long countertop down in the yarn van, but at the moment, one end of it is just big kind of boxes of yarn. And when I do, say, a yarn of the week or something, and I take it back out there, it kind of lives there until I put it all away. And there's sort of yarns that are in there as well. Like there's a box of yarn that's really for when people get or want the mystery boxes and stuff like that, because I don't have enough place to put it all in the cubbies and on the racking. So yeah, there's a bit, but I wanted to put up that end. I thought I could have the sewing machine up and the knitting machine, the little Addy one, well, the big Addy one, and my yarn winder. And I could actually set them up on the countertop and leave them set up, which might encourage me to use them. But at the moment they're in boxes, it doesn't. You should do, Jamie. Definitely should. And you could do like little tutorials about how to do stuff. Especially like with your 3D printing, you know, because that would help. When like this little thing, this is nothing like that kind of in depth, but this is an I-cord maker, and it comes with a little somewhere there's a little weight that kind of comes from the bottom, and it helps pull the yarn through when you're using it. So it's not difficult to use, but I did a tutorial on how to use this I-cord. It's a tulip I-cord knitter, and there are other ones around, but the tulip one is, I think, possibly the best one. So I did a little tutorial for it, and every month it has loads and loads of views. You get like a report that's, well, it's not a report, it's like you get a page and it shows you your top videos for the month, and the top video is always my baby mittens. I've got hundreds of thousands of views on it. So I wish I had the same amount of subscribers as I get for the amount of views. But yeah, the baby mittens, the lemon ones, that is like always the highest amount of views per month. And then this one's always about third. And so there's lots of people who look and see how to use it, because you've got to threadle it up and everything else. So yeah, even just threadling your sewing machine, that would be a brilliant one for me, because if I have to do it again, I think, oh no, I can't. I could FaceTime Jamie, or I could just watch your tutorial. So that you could do that. All these little tutorials, you could just be brilliant. Yeah, I know what you're saying. I'm a bit the same, Gwen. That's why I don't use that Addy knitting machine. I got it and I wanted to try it, and I threaded it all up, and I started making some alpaca yarn called Leader of the Pack. I got it from Hobbycraft, and I started making a nice big long scarf for Gary. It's this long, and it's been this long ever since I had the machine. And all the yarn is stuffed inside the box, along with the. And if I touched it again, no, not touched it once. And that's not because it's not good. It's not because it's really lovely knitting, obviously, but it's because of me. I don't have time, and I really should finish it and maybe do some hats on it. That's what I really wanted to do. I weren't really. The only thing I didn't like was the fact that I like rib on the bottom of my hats, or on a cuff. It's not that easy to do it on there. So yeah, that's the only thing that puts me off. That's the only reason I haven't really used it much. But you can do straight, like if you want to do a panel rather than a circle, you can do that with the stoppers, and it's all there. But I just haven't had it out of the box since, and I just moved the box around. That's all I do, and it now lives in the yarn van. It's got its own little space. So I will try and set those things up on that countertop, and not have this big box of stuff that needs to be put away instead. You're going to try and teach your 8 grandkids how to use the Centro. One of them likes it. I've got some kids ones in my shop. They're shaped like penguins. They're pink and white, and they're about this big. And then there's a round bit on the tummy, which is the 22 pins. And you just turn it, and it makes, yeah, kids one. It's really cool. I think they're cute. They're really cute. And they're much cheaper than the ones that I've seen on eBay. So they're not bad. But yeah. They're as big as the small laddies. So, and they're way cheaper. Way cheaper. Because the small laddie's 22 pins and they're 22 pins. So if you think about it, why does it have to be for kids? If it's the same size, make the small hat exactly the same, or gloves or socks, whatever. It does the same job, but a fraction of the price. I do have a few. They are the cutest thing, they're little penguins. But yeah, there was also one by Addy called The Egg. I was toying with the idea of selling it in the shop. These sell out as soon as I get them. The last time I bought, I've got one left. That's it. And then they're sold out. And every time I look on the wholesale, they're not in stock. And I think, oh, I've emailed them about 3 times asking when they're going to be back in stock. They never reply. They've got the worst customer service ever. Not as bad as Next, perhaps, or something. I'm going to be reviewing their customer service very soon. But it should be fun teaching them. I kind of every now and then consider teaching Sophia. And I think my mum taught me when I was about 6 years old. And Sophia's older. I did try and teach her once, but she wasn't up for kind of taking anything in and sitting still. But I learned. I was doing loads of stuff by the time I was her age. But kids are different these days. I think they're more got too much on them, on their minds, and too much electronics to play with and all that sort of thing. But Yeah, the thought of teaching her is like quite daunting. I taught Victoria, but she's an adult. she's how it started was Bailey, her eldest son, said, would I teach him? This was a couple of years back. I said, yeah, sure. So I got him a hook, I got him some yarn, and I tried to teach him, but he he basically stumbled at the first hurdle of making chains, and that was it. He lost interest. He thought it looked easy when I do it, but obviously it's not as easy as he thought. So um, Victoria picked it up and she was doing what I said, and she was really quite picking it up quite well. And then I was showing her the first basic stitches. She picked them up really well. So she said, "You know what, I might do that then." And she never did. She had, I think, some hooks and some yarn, and she never ever did it. And then about, I don't know, about 4 months ago maybe, when I started doing those beginners courses, that whole beginners course, around about November, wasn't it? Because I made pumpkins. So just before. And she wanted to pick it up again. And she said, "Oh, I don't think I remember how to do it." So that's why I made those beginners ones, so that any questions she had were answered in the videos. And I've kind of tried to put my mind in the absolute beginner, when you know nothing and you might have questions, because it's easy to make something for a beginner when you know what you're doing. You don't necessarily think of how it seems to them. So I tried to kind of do that. And then if she had any kind of questions, I would answer them in the videos. And she learned. She's made loads of stuff now. And we're going to Hobbycraft tomorrow, see what new yarns they've got. Because there's apparently a couple of really nice new yarns that they've got out. They've discontinued some, like these ones. And I thought they were crazy for getting rid of the twist and shout. I love that whole range. But they've got this fluffy yarn in that I want to check it out. Yeah, it kind of looks like toweling, but it probably isn't. It's probably softer, more of a fur, like a real nap. But they all have names like bath time, nap time. So they're cute. Fluffy yarns for babies. So I'm going to give those a little try tomorrow. Just keep my eye on the time, because I have to start dinner soon. But, I did look, honestly. 46. Anyway. Oh, that's a big one. Claptrap. Yeah, I know. It is. Can we get past the slip knot? Yeah, Bailey struggled with that too, but we got the slip knot, and then he couldn't seem to get tension. And I kept saying, it was, I don't think kids have got the patience, some of them these days. If they don't do it right the first time, it's like, oh, I can't do it, and throw it down. And that's what I think about if I think about trying to teach Sophia. I just think, she's kind of one of these run around kids that might not be sitting down with the attention span. But we'll see. She asked me to make her a cowl. Her neck's this round. I thought, how can I make a cowl for a neck like that? It's, I've made her a scarf once, and I've had to figure out the length of a scarf for a child. And so I thought, oh, she said, will you make me a cowl? I said, yeah, sure. How? It's just going to, as soon as I've started, it'll be finished. It's just so small. She said to me once, can you make me some fingerless gloves? Her hands are this wide. Her wrists are like this. Maybe, but I'd need a hand, to have it all the time. To sort of see, I keep getting these likes on Instagram popping up. That's what's distracting me. I just have 5 on the trot, 5 likes on Instagram. Whoa. Check me out. Insta, here I come. I don't know. I keep getting, this is the annoying thing. I said it on my chat, and it just keeps happening every single day. From my business, I get an email And every single time it's porn. All they want to do is send me porn all the time. It's really starting to annoy me. I'm getting to the stage where I don't want to open the emails because it's just one after the other after the other. It's crazy. Can you have a feel of the new bamboo cotton? Yes, I would do that if I can. I will do. I did have some bamboo cotton sent to me. You know, when I was asking for samples, I've got a feeling it was Silkeress, or one of them sent me bamboo. It might have actually been King Cole. I didn't buy it. I plumped for the Cotton Smooth, but I will, if I can see it there, I will do it. And the thing is, I normally film my shopping, but because I'll be with Victoria and Paul and Harley, I'm not sure that I'll be filming the shopping, but I want to. And then I usually do the video of what made it into my basket. But whether I'll get to do that or not, I don't know. I have to play it by ear, really. Hi, Kim. So now I've got two Kims. I've got two Kims and I've got two Tammys. Woo woo! I've arrived. But I will have a look. Cotton Smooth is lovely and soft. It's really nice and silky. So I'm considering making something with it. That I've been asked to make some wearables, and yeah, I want to make myself some wearables, but I just don't want to make them this size. I need to shrink so that I'm a decent enough size to make the wearables. I don't want to make gigantic wearables. I want to make small ones and fit in them. So yeah, it will happen. Hopefully. But we'll see. Everybody's saying hi to everyone. Oh yeah, so went to that party the other week and Chelsea said, could I make her some trousers? And my reaction was, trousers? Just like that. She went, yeah, trousers. Because Jan Carruthers and I were talking about festival wear. And she said, oh, yeah, they like the trousers. And I thought, trousers? Really? The only time I've ever seen shorts and trousers have been on those adverts, or those memes that they put on Facebook where they say, just because you can doesn't mean you should, you know, and they're always awful. But I guess they really love them at the festivals. So yeah, I was a bit shocked. It's like, trousers? What? What's the difference between cotton soft and cotton smooth? I've only got cotton smooth. I've not had the cotton soft. This is the cotton smooth. Where is it? There. Oh, you can't see it. I can't use the thing either to like change direction because it'll fall apart. I broke it, and it's just fixed on by tape. And one of these days, that tape gets a bit saggy and the whole thing will fall off while I'm talking to you probably, and be a disaster. I need to get some proper, I've got some proper electrical tape somewhere and really give it a binding, and it was stuck there for forever in one position. Well, actually I can direct that, but I don't want to touch anything because it's just so fragile. But I do need to buy a new one. The trouble is I want one like this, and there's so many out there now. I don't know if it will be good enough once I get it home. I suppose, you know, you can always send it back. That's the beauty of it being on Amazon, I suppose. But you know, it's just a pain. Hi Tracy, what a wonderful name you have. You're in Kansas. So I don't know the difference between the cotton soft and cotton smooth, but I know that the cotton smooth is just really lovely. You had some of that, didn't you? I'm sure you did. I've actually got broken skin on my hand now. I don't know if you can see it. It's here. I've got a crack. It's actually getting bigger. And I am using the Aveeno. I think it might be that yarn, you know, because it seems to be getting worse when I have been doing the blanket quite a bit, and it's almost finished. I'll be so glad when that's finished and I don't have to do that anymore. Margaret or something. I know kind of roughly how to do them because when I was young I did a pair. I did a bikini and I did a kind of a pair of shorts at the same time. You know, back then it was all fashionable. Um, yeah, one of the first thing I ever made was a bikini. How about that? How weird is that? Most people like make a square or a blanket or something. And then I made a round blanket. We start with the hard stuff and then we work up the easy stuff. But yeah, she did like to start me on the difficult stuff. I think the first thing I made was a bikini, then a cover up, and then a shawl for my brother's wedding and things like that. So yeah, kind of um it's actually come off now. That is gonna sting. Not nice. I don't know what it's all about. Really not happy. Oh, I've got like a chunk out of my hand. Overachievers. Overachievers. So kind of said it before, I know, but I'm running it by the people who've just come in, because I think we've had about 4 come in since. But you know, I've got that other channel, Diet Rocks. What I'm going to be doing is all this content that's on there. I don't mean like the chats. I'll leave them. But when it comes to things like the book reviews, I'm going to put them on this channel. I'll download them and put them on here. And I'll have a little section of this channel called Diet Rocks, because it is a lifestyle channel, and that therefore I can upload things like that, as well as the unboxings that I do for gems, and the beauty products sometimes when I buy them, and the little trials I'm doing, like the ice globes and the other thing. And I've got lots and lots, and the customer service, we're gonna do another one of those for sure. But all of those things, it will fit in as well to do some of the open with me's that I was doing. I've got another book one, so I'm going to put them on here. And then that other channel, I won't delete it, but I'll do something with it later on and just change it, repurpose it for something else, because I repurpose Hobby Rocks for knitting, and I just put all the lifestyle stuff on here, including the cooking videos and all those things. I think that's kind of where they'll belong, and that way I will have more time to do those things. It'll be easier to just sort of manage. And then if later on down the line, if I want to resurrect it with something else, I can. I think that's yeah. So there'll be a few things pop up that you've seen before, because I'm going to download them from there and put them on here. And then there'll be the new book, which is another board of lunch book, which is really, really good. Both of them are. I recommend those. Really, really good. Yeah, thank you very much. I think it sounds like a great plan, because, you know, it's really difficult to spread yourself so thin. And if I'm making content for this one and then I've got to stop, make content for another one, and then try and bring that one up. But it's not like I mean, I've got it there, I can keep it. And just if I need anything in the future, I can use it or whatever. It doesn't matter, does it? It's not no biggie, but this kind of encompasses so much in the way of lifestyle that that's what having food is a lifestyle. So that would be brilliant, I think. Good decision. But I've got a lot of downloading and uploading to do, so things might pop up, and it gives me a different audience as well. It has really got windy outside and raining. Honestly, it was sunny a little while ago. The sun was bursting through. I was getting really hot, but that big thud was the wind hitting the side of the house and rain lashing it. I'm sure we've like turned tropical and we've got this like the rainy season or something. So yeah, crazy, huh? What on earth? When I came home, I thought it seemed a bit windy, and I could. I left the house and it was raining. It was sunny earlier. Good job we didn't go out, because they said, "Oh, you know, why don't you stay when Gemma finishes work? She wants to know if you want to go out somewhere." And so I said, "Well, I didn't bring a coat. I just thought I was looking after Ty. If I'd have known we were going to do something, I would have brought stuff." but I didn't. And I just left a video uploading thinking I'd be getting back to do it. And you know, I didn't even bring a coat with me. And I've got lots of 2Ps if we're going to do the arcades to play on the machines. But I didn't take anything. So, but then when she got home, the weather took a turn in any case, so we didn't do any of it. But you just can't plan at the moment. It's sunny and really warm 1 minute, and then the next winter is back and it is freezing, windy, rain is lashing down, and it's just crazy. Not very nice. Oh, anyway, I'm going to get off. Oh, hello, what's this? Before I do, just looking out of the window. It's miserable and dark. Eat and sleep. I know that's all I've been doing. Honestly, we've got so much rubbish to eat that I started listing it for Gemma, and once I did, I kept saying, it sounds a lot, doesn't it? But it's not, because we've got cookies, and I made a banana cake that had walnuts and pecans. Gary loves that. And there was a few cupcakes with it, and a loaf cake, half a loaf left. I've got French fancies, because at the time I bought them, I really fancied those. And so we've got these little French fancies. And then, what else have we got? I got lemon curd tarts. He had brownies, no, muffins, but I froze them because I know we won't eat them. And I still have a bit of my Easter egg left. I only had one. It was a Rolo egg with 2 bars of Rolo in. So it wasn't like a massive egg. It was only that big. But I've still got some of that left. I've got 1 Bounty, 1 Turkish Delight. Oh, I love those things. And a tea cake left. And that's... Oh, there's something else. I'm sure there is. Oh, yeah. As well as my little bit of Easter egg left, I have a mini caramel egg. And so it sounds like there's loads and loads, but there really isn't. And for once, I've finished... Gary's finished all of his Easter stuff, and I haven't. He had a big Toblerone. It was nice. He gave me 1 chunk. It was kind of salted caramel one. Really, really nice. But I've still got mine. But yeah, honestly. Oh, and custard. Got custard to eat. April showers. I don't know if they're April showers. They feel more like monsoons. April showers are usually nice. Kind of the sun's out, but then it starts to rain. And then it goes away. You know, and it's all kind of nice. These are actually like monsoon rainy season. That's what it feels like. But cold, you know, when it rains and when the sun goes in. Really does make a difference. As soon as the sun's out, that temperature just raises right up, and then bam, it's cold again. Really horrible out there. So at least we've got a nice dinner. Still got a little bit left in that one. Forgot all about that. Yeah, we've got a nice dinner coming. I've got steak out. So I might do chips in the active fry, so like air fried chips. And some mushrooms. Sounds good, doesn't it? That's what we're going to have for dinner, I think. Not a massive dinner, because it's not really a huge steak or anything. But it'd be nice. And get us in the mood of eating healthy. Get us out of the habit of eating stodge. And, oh, we also had to finish off sausage rolls today, because we had those at the party and there was extra ones. So Gary took 2 to work and I had 2 for lunch. So it won't be that healthy today. Too much rubbish in the house. Once that's gone, we'll start the wind down. You know what I call the wind down. So just starting to eat healthy food, not buying any more naughty stuff, but not necessarily counting. Then we'll have the shard, have our 3-course meal, get back, and then we can start properly. Because there's no, you know, we're going to be starting and stopping. They say that climate change causes more of extreme weather. It does, for that's for sure. It doesn't make it warm. That's you think it would, but no, we just get lots of unpredictable, crazy weather. In the new April showers, you know. You know, when you used to get cars that had an eye on the end, it always meant that they were injected. It was like more. So yeah, April showers eye. That's what that is. So I'm going to get off and upload this one, and watch out for some more popping up soon, because I do need to get my watch hours up to scratch, and I'm also going to be uploading more of the stuff. I've got the book review that should be coming out in a day or so. So watch out for that. And my last Gary's blanket live stream will be soon as well over on Crochet Rocks. And then we can maybe do a cowl. I might do that. That would be fun. So thanks for watching and spending some time with me, and I'll see you on the next one. Take care, everyone. Bye for now.